Hey guys, it's Jada. This is possibly gonna be my first video, but this is the first video I'm gonna record with the intentions of posting. I have my homie Tiger Tie with me, my crystal of the day. I intuitively choose them daily. I'll be forgetting sometimes, but when I need them, they're always there. And right now, I'm outside enjoying nature, listening to the sounds, and I am called to speak about things. What am I called to speak about today? Maybe the nature spiritual connection. Nature has been such an integral part of my personal development and my growth. Like, going outside literally makes me feel like I can do anything. Like, being outside with the water, watching how it waves back to me, how I can wave at the water, like just seeing trees. I learned so much from trees, like the amount of wisdom that I get from a tree by I don't even have to study it, just by being in proximity, being near it. It's spiritual. It cannot be just defined by science or logic. It is spiritual. Like our ancestors, whether they be my ancestors specifically, my African ancestors, Native Americans, those who are indigenous to different Spanish countries. It's just like they knew. My ancestors, they knew. They had the recipe, okay? They knew. And that's the recipe that I draw out of on a daily basis. I be going through it. Shit be happening, but it's like we need to preserve our connection with the earth. We are here because of the earth. That's why for me, advocacy is so... It's a cute little mouth. Advocacy, it should be all-encompassing in the sense that we need to advocate for all the things that are important. And I just noticed some of the bugs in the water. They're congregating. But we need to protect our nature. Most people don't pay attention to it or think about it. Also because we need to acknowledge, but we also need to acknowledge the racist history behind some of these national parks, which happens to be a part of our nature. Like Central Park is not a national park, but it's a park. And that was created on top of a town, as opposed to just embracing the earth as it has been formed, as it has evolved. Like, for example, even right here, my school is over there, up there, over yonder. Its house is over there. Baby, they had to have flooded this, where I'm standing right now, in order for this to be so separate, because up there is like a bridge, and underneath it was a hole that seemed like water was running through. And instead of that being there, it's just like this big rock filled, I'm gonna go to it, this big rock filled place that it's just like, damn, I know something was here before. And also I just think about how much indigenous land, all of America was indigenous land, is indigenous land, and we are tearing it up. We are killing it. How are we supposed to live, thrive? How are we supposed to take the necessary lessons that we need from nature? On top of nature being so important, to our spiritual journey, it's important to our health as well. Nature provides us with fruits. Nature provides us with everything. The sunlight, it illuminates everything. Everything, literally. Food, we get different foods from naturally occurring things. The things that we eat in the supermarket, the GMOs, the processed, baby, all of that is man-made. And on top of it being man-made, it's highly processed. And it's just packed with all of this shit in there that is shown to keep us healthy. Packages will be green. They will say natural ingredients, organic. You're nothing of the fucking sort. Y'all are liars. Y'all just be lying. By that I mean food manufacturers, all of y'all. Companies. This shit is not organic. It's actually full of nasty shit. Chemicals we should not be ingesting. The other day I was drinking fucking almond milk from Aldi, bro. I looked at the ingredients, and mind you, I'd be looking at the ingredients, so I'm like, how did I miss this? It has gum in it, glycerin, all this different shit. I'm like, girl, this is milk. This is almond milk. This should be almonds in almond milk. Almonds and a little whatever else. You mush it up, however else you make it. No. You gum. Girl, stop. For real. But I can never take it for granted. Like everything. And then on top of it being food for us, it's also modern medicine. Like bacteria is naturally occurring. It's here. Bacteria is the reason why we know so much about so much. The reason why we are able to create vaccines. Like, without animals are also a part of nature. I am a part of nature. We are a part of nature. It's not natural for me to be in a house in the middle, not only in my own indigenous land, but all the animals and creatures and critters that come inside, I'm taught that I have to kill them. And you have to unlearn that. And it's just like, you see them waves? Girl. We don't have to get it together. And it's just colonialism and colonial legacies. Yep, that's the one. I miss the ducks. They left. They went upstream. But, yeah. I asked some friends recently, what element of nature makes you feel so connected? And they both said water. And I'm like, that is so beautiful. Water definitely does connect us. Water holds memory. Water runs in places that it's ran before. Water is everything. We should be way kinder and more appreciative of the water that we have and what the ocean provides us with. Biodiversity is necessary. It's integral. We can't all survive. Somebody fell off the tree. You know, we can't all survive by ourselves. I can't survive by myself. Interdependence. Also, certain things in nature, they cannot survive by themselves. They're playing tag. Say it, guys. Why are you staring at me? You see something I don't see? Well, maybe he just liked to lay like that. Hold on, y'all see him? Hey. And they said water makes them feel so connected, like, or connected to water spiritually. And I think that is such a beautiful thing. I feel like for me it would be earth. And I'm a fire sign. I love fire. I more so love the sun more than anything. And so, like, I just feel like sometimes I can embody that energy. And I think that's so beautiful. But for me, it's really earth. Like, trees, you know, we go way back. And I love that. Like I said, I feel like I've learned so much from trees. One of the lessons that I've learned, and I just learned it like one day I was walking past it, it's like, you look at a tree and it's like, trees are always resilient and withstanding. Not in, and I compared it to my, like, a person or myself. Not to say that I should withstand everything, but trees go through changes They change with the seasons. They gain all their leaves back. They're green. They lose all their leaves. They have to be able to sustain themselves and like create food on their own. They stand upright all the time. They have roots very deep in the ground, so they're very stuck to the place that they're in. And trees are tolerant. They're withstanding. They're there. Trees change. The things about the tree changes, but a tree is a tree. So this also can get philosophical. Like when you think about it, like the forms of things, like the essence of a tree, or like the essence of a tree is like, it's hard for me to explain. I'm not gonna try to explain it, but like the tree to me represents strength and tolerance and resilience. Like you are there all the time, 365 days. Sometimes, a lot of times, trees can live for long hundreds of years. Trees, it gets like that for trees, certain trees. And I think that's also very, very, very beautiful, because it's like, babe, you're growing, you're changing, you're living, you're getting bigger, you're getting taller, you're doing all the things, you're learning about you're you, and you always remain the same person. Your trunk, you know what I mean, and I would say your body, but your body is a part that changed. I feel like your tree represents like the soul. Like your soul is your soul, you know what I mean? Like you are, and I'm also like thinking about it as I'm like thinking about it right now, so like thinking new things about it. But like the tree can represent like your soul. My soul is not changing. My soul is my soul, you know what I mean? I feel like possibly it could evolve to take a different shape. Like for example, trees, they can grow like those like tumor like things in there, which also helps them sustain like food and things like that. But like the trunk is the trunk, the roots are the roots, the leaves are the leaves, you know what I mean? Like the tree is always a tree despite whatever it's going through, the seasons that it's changing. And it reminds me to maintain myself, my soul, despite the things that are changing around me. So for example, comparing my hair to the leaves, it's like I may change my hair, I may change my physical appearance, but like my soul remains the same. Same for trees. They remain the same. Their spirit, their energy remains the same, but their appearance may take on different shapes and forms. It's like the vessel. Oh yes. It's like, this is my vessel, but my soul is what's always there. And that's also interesting, because the concept of like when someone dies, their soul goes into a different vessel. It's just like really interesting, because yeah. So that's my little thoughts on what I've been thinking today about nature and all the things. And we gotta protect it, because well, the people that's in charge, the people them, baby, they're trying to get rid of trees on my campus right now. They're cutting down trees for shits and gigs, for new buildings. Trees are important. They matter. I believe trees have a soul. So you're cutting them down when trees literally, and they're also another way to look at a tree. Like we said, tolerant, despite everything that we put into the environment and everything we put trees through. They're here despite all of that, despite you cutting down their homies, their friends, their cousins, despite you taking away things that they like need, may or may not need. Like if you're like uprooting them from the ground, they're dead, they can no longer take up nutrients from the soil and things like that. And yeah, they still give us oxygen. Still, imagine if trees just stopped, we would all die. Like, people don't think about that enough for me. Like, we don't create oxygen. It's not like we are self-sustaining. Trees are self-sustaining, and they give us a little extra gift. By a little extra gift, it's like the reason why we can't even exist right now. And it's like, I don't even see it, but me and the trees are doing air exchange right now. I'm giving it carbon, it's giving me. I'm giving it carbon, it's giving me oxygen. Like, baby, we locked in. yeah, here are my thoughts on what I've been thinking though. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the nature. So